Thiruppaavai Pasuram 60. Before Andal takes us one step closer to the divine doorstep in this Pasuram, let us briefly observe the conclusion of Pasuram 15. In the previous Pasuram, Andal softened the seeker completely. She showed that true awakening happens through affection, not force. Devotion matured into compassion and urgency transformed into gentleness are the qualities. The seeker learned not only how to awaken oneself but how to walk alongside others with patience and love. Now with heart refined, Andal leads us inward with dignity and reverence. In Pasuram 16, Andal does something very significant. She does not begin by directly addressing Krishna. Instead, she begins with Nandagopa, the leader of cowhead community, the guardian of the people, the one who stood as a pillar of responsibility. This is not incidental, but this is intentional wisdom. Andal teaches us that humility begins before we reach God. Divinity does not exist in isolation. It is nurtured with a living ecosystem of values, relationships, and responsibilities. By praising Nandagopa, Andal honors leadership rooted in protection, not authority, and care and not control, and duty and not dominance. Again, I repeat, Andal says leadership is rooted in protection and not in authority, and in care, not in control, and in duty and not in dominance. This Pasuram introduces a subtle but powerful spiritual principle. Before approaching the divine, acknowledge the foundations that made that encounter possible. Respect the environment that sustains virtue. Spiritual life is not detached from society. It is deeply connected to it. Leadership, when guided by righteousness, becomes sacred. Responsibility, when carried with care, becomes worship. Andal bows first to that spirit. She then turns her attention into Yashoda, not as the mother of a child alone, but as the embodiment of pure, unconditional affection. Here lies one of the deepest secrets of devotion. God reveals himself fully, not where there is fear, not where there is power, but where there is love without expectation. Yashoda did not know she was raising the Supreme. She only knew she was loving her child. And that innocence became the highest spiritual qualification. Andal shows us that divinity feels at home, where love is natural, effortless, and free of calculation. Not love that demands, not love that controls, but love that simply gives. This Pasuram gently reminds us of something essential for our own lives. If we seek grace, we must cultivate gratitude, respect elders, value relationship, and acknowledge those who shaped us. No one grows alone. Remember, no one grows alone. Gratitude purifies the heart. A grateful heart does not rush entitlement, it approaches with reverence. And such a heart becomes ready to receive. Andal's wisdom here is deeply practical. Spiritual maturity is reflected in how we honor people, how we acknowledge support, how we remember our roots. Divinity blossoms where gratitude flows quietly and sincerely. This Pasuram shifts the seeker's posture from seeking to acknowledging, from asking to appreciating, from self-focus to reverence. Notice how naturally Andal is guiding us. First, she refined the heart with love. Now she grounds the heart in gratitude. Only then can one stand at the threshold of the divine without ego. In our daily lives, this teaching is invaluable. Pause and honor those who stood by you. Recognize the silent protectors in your journey. Acknowledge unseen support. That awareness itself becomes prayer. Thus, Pasuram 16 prepares the seeker beautifully, with humility, with gratitude, with reference. Again, I repeat, Pasuram 16 prepares the seekers beautifully with humility, with gratitude, with reverence, and not rushing towards God but approaching with understanding. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu.